everyone, Fabian, just jumping into BoG and showing you the score details at the moment that we've got. Very, very close. 30,000 plays 29,000, and literally it is minimal points in it. At the moment, I haven't been hit, but that is because literally I am stuck over here getting me 16 points, and as soon as the rally is set, jumping back out of there, going back onto the battlefield map, and then running over here before then going back to take my 16 points. So at the moment, 0 points lost, and I currently have, bottom of the table, 192 points. I'm going to wait for that solo, and eventually they will have to hit me solo because there is just no way I'm going to take a rally. The top player for them, which is Sale and also Stephenson and Triple X, I think the top guy, Sale, is a Castle 43. So again, they have skated me many times. Here we go again. We've got one going, but that is just to hit my portal that I was in. And then what I will do is I will go and skate Frank. Oh, hang on. Let's go and have a look at what's going on here. Sale is setting up a rally for me. So now, I've got to be super quick. Get over to here, teleport, confirm. Right, and that's exactly how I do it, yeah? So there's no way I'm going to take a rally. And then what I'll do then is I will wait, and then I will look back at this and then jump back across over here when the game catches itself up, and then go back in with just my one troop. So again, I'm back in there now, going to get my 16 points. You do have to be quick when doing this. And what I normally do actually is I will go straight over to the area where I want to hide. And then as soon as a rally or a scout or a solo is coming in, all I have to do is just click on that bell icon, check out what's going on. And then if it's a rally, come out of the portal and move very quickly. But if it's a solo, I'll just let it hit. But again, as soon as it's hit, I'm going to jump back out of that portal, come over here, heal my layers with my preset that I've already got before doing the same again. And it's just rinse and repeat, keep doing this so that I always stay positive. Obviously, there are times when you can get caught, but especially in a game like this, which is so close, 31,167 plays 30,097. The last thing that I want to do is get hit by a rally. So that is where I'm at. I'm just going to pause the game now, and then I will be back sharing some more stuff in 15 minutes or so. So just jumping back in, I've got to give credit actually to the opponents who are from server 204 TbF. I'm assuming they've been playing this game a very long time and they know exactly what they're doing. They've scouted me a number of times, but completely refuse to hit or send anything solo. They're happy to obviously set the rally. I'm obviously doing my job in jumping, but they're definitely not sending any solos at me. Obviously that could change towards the end. So we definitely know we are playing an alliance that have been around, know what they're doing, and yeah, nothing is coming in. Here we go actually. What we got? We've got a rally coming in. Out of there as quick as I can. Teleport, get it all there ready. Whew. See, now that was actually quite close, because that rally would have been set quick. And obviously, they'd have had 3 or 4 people potentially being sent in there. And that was a little bit of a delay, actually, from Evony on the game, because I've tried to press it as quick as I possibly could. And I almost got hit, because that would have been coming at me very, very quick. Just going to speak in chat, just let them know what is on. So yeah, just letting again the people know in the chat as well exactly what I'm doing. So again, I'm still in positive points. I haven't been hit. I will only get hit via the solos, as I mentioned before. So again, I'm being skated, so I'm just going to double check on the bell icon, make sure nothing is being sent at me. I've moved now to one of the towers, but they are starting to play a little bit more in terms of keep skating me. There you go again. There comes another one. So this time I've got to come out, got to be ready. They're going to go really quick at this. I know they are. I tell you, there's such a delay because it says there's 1 second left. But that 1 second takes about 5 seconds to actually clear, which is really awkward when you are trying to move really quickly, and especially as they are sending the rallies, and they're going to send them quick. There's a server in the 200s. They know what they're doing. They know how to set these things and obviously send them really, really quick. So it might be a case of now, especially with the scores, let's go and have a look. 37,359 plays 36,297. You can see that I have 300 points, but again, that is 300 positive points because I still, nearly an hour into the battle, have not been hit at all. Although those rallies are definitely getting closer, and it might be one of those now where I don't really go into the towers because of just how close they are to hitting me. It might be 300 points is what I stay with, and I'll try and chase that solo attack later on in the game. So just jumping back into this, and actually now the scores are a little bit different. If we just go and check now, you can see that server 204 TbF are 4,000 points ahead. Sale is on 22,000. Obviously, that's not going to be the name of the account. Young is on 14,000. Stephenson on 9. Freak on 5, Carlos 47, Triple X 46, Selegio 44, Tutu on 26, Frank on 25, Lone Wolf on 24. I am still all the way down at the bottom with my 300 points, but that is 300 positive points. So we're going to need to do something pretty special in the final 53 minutes to come back into this. And obviously, I'm also hoping that they do finally have a go at trying to solo me, or potentially we might do some reinforcements of my keep and see how I handle a rally. So I'll be back on this particular BoG very soon. So I've actually come back a lot quicker because I've decided to take this portal, and I'm pretty sure, especially now they have 4,000 points lead, there's every chance something could happen with this, and it could genuinely be one of those really fast rallies that I don't get out of the way of in time. Not because I'm being too slow, quite simply because that final second is ridiculous in how long it takes, and we'll actually time it on this one. As soon as the rally is set, I'm going to jump out of the portal, and then we'll see how quick that 1 second takes before I can actually move my castle. So I can't imagine it'll be too long. Do let me know in the comments as well if there's anything that you're seeing that I'm doing that you think actually you could be doing this, or you would do something different. I really want to get this account and this keep to the ultimate maximum it possibly can, and I'm totally open for any advice that anyone genuinely does have. So I'm just waiting for something. I'm going to put it on pause actually, and as soon as a rally comes in, I will then come straight back. So I'm just going to jump back into this because randomly people are getting decent defense reports here from other accounts, and you can see there, Freakachu 2.7 billion, he's actually been hit by this Triple X 5.8 billion. He defended pretty well there in terms of the troop buffs. You can see what we've got going on here. And then we've also got another one from the TbF sale account, which has also hit, but again, they still haven't sent anything to me, which is a little bit frustrating because I can see all these little solos going in, but the solos towards me haven't yet happened. Oh, I just said that, and there we go. We're going to get one, so I'm just going to get ready to move out of the way. Let's move out of the way. Let's have a look at this report. So there you go, 205 million plays 92 million. I'll just share that into the BoG, and we will then have a look at this particular, in fact, actually, no, I won't, because the first thing I'm going to do is go and heal hardly any layers because I didn't really lose anything at all in that battle. So that was pretty cool. So I've got my layer set up here on a 10-day, setting up to 10k layers of each one. I'll do one more and that should be cool. So yeah, let's have a little look at this particular report. This is the one that we had, and you can see it's 92.4 million. We can see there are my stats. 3287 is what he sent. My debuff is now 1453, so getting better all the time. 507 on the defense, 675 on the HP. So pretty cool. Freakachu's got another one as well. I don't know if that was the same one, but again, also some decent reports there as well. In terms of where that's put me on the score details, because again, I'm 100% positive pretty much, 776. So that is pretty cool indeed. And the fact that he really didn't take much off me at all is exactly what I wanted to see. And this is the reason why they haven't really been sending anything at me solo. They looked at my account very early on in the scouts, and that is the first time that I got hit an hour and 10 minutes into the game. So I am going to try and see if I can tempt any more. Why not? Let's go over to this one here. I can see someone's already marching to it, so I'm not going to get there in time. Yes, I am. And 1, 2, 3, send that one soldier. And let's see if we can get another solo hit coming in. Obviously, I'm not doing very well in terms of my overall score and getting the scores, minimum scores for all the chests that you get. So hopefully before the end of the day's play, that will happen. I will now put it on pause again and come straight back when there's more action. And there we go, their sale. No, okay, that was nothing. What was that? No, again. sale. Literally getting nothing from me. That is crazy report. Not actually sure what went on with that. Let me just go and have a check of that. I'm just going to send that. He obviously didn't send anything very big at me. That's quite simple there with the 103 million. So that is cool. Again, it's all points that are adding up. Not a problem at all. You may have noticed as well that Jepson sent some reinforcements to me as well. But this is definitely an improvement on the weekend server versus server. The weekend, there was definitely not enough layers and I couldn't jump quick enough before a second hit would come in and zero me. Now, granted, the person at the weekend was sending a trap march and he was also very, very strong in terms of the buffs that they had. So it was definitely a difference. But I've then gone ahead. I only had 20k layers of everything. But today, because it was training event, I've actually increased those layers now to 200,000 of everything. So apart from the siege, which was T11 and above, reinforcements being sent to my keep as well. So that's pretty cool. Let's go and have a look at the score details. 46 plays 49. BHG, where are you? 1,117. But again, it's mainly positive. It's only just those little drabs that they've got from the solos that they've sent. So we will see if any more do come in. Okay, we've had a couple more hits, which is pretty cool. And again, you can see, I mean, look at that, 103 million plays 4.4. We looked at that one, didn't we? This one had a little bit of reinforcement, but again, you can see in terms of what was actually sent and how powerful it was doing nothing. This was a siege one, actually. And again, I was debuffing it by 1419, and then obviously the defense and HP as well. So just jumping back in, 36 minutes to go. Where are we at with the scores? And this is, again, my score detail here at the moment is 1,633. And remember, that is all purely from defense. I don't get involved with attacking at all. I just like to concentrate on what I'm doing and getting positive points every time I play, which I'm comfortably ahead of that so far. And that's how I play this account. I know there are some people that do get involved with the rallies and everything as well, and sending the siege and all that kind of stuff. But I just find with the fact that I've got to jump so quickly so that I don't get hit by any rallies, that it's too difficult to be getting involved with the attack side of things. I'm pure trap keep. That is what I'm concentrating on. That is what I'm going to develop over the coming weeks on the channel, and also with the help of you guys as well, with literally giving me every little bit of advice on what I can improve next. But again, go back to the scores. They are pretty... Oh, they've gone 5,000 ahead, so something must have happened in terms of that. My score's 1,633, and I will come back as we edge towards the end of this particular battlefield. So it is just a case of me jumping in and trying to take a few extra points from these buildings, which isn't easy, to be perfectly honest, because they're just taking it straight back, because I'm only sending one troop, obviously, so that would make sense. In fact, actually, when you go back to the reports that I did have, let's just go back to one where I won. This one here, 7.3 million, had a little bit of reinforcement as well from Jepson, but again, that's some area there that I really do want to improve, is the actual attack side of things, because my attack buffs and my base buffs are not that great. So there's definitely some work that I can do in that. But yeah, that's one thing I do want to work on, is trying to get some of those base stats up. And that's why I'm looking for the perfect general to be able to do that on the wall. The other thing that I've done with my generals as well is I removed the subordinate city ones that you can see here, Darius and Narcissus. They were only ground troop. No one is going to send ground troop at me. Let me just go into this one here so you can see enemy ground troop 35%, and then if we go across as well to Narcissus, he was also ground troop. Again, decent buffs, 50%, but absolutely pointless for my keep because I'm never going to have ground sent at me. It's as simple as that. So what I've done, just go back in there very quickly, is I've replaced them with Arminius at 1 star and Andrew Jackson at 3 star. I'm hoping to get him at 4 star. I haven't got enough copies of him yet, but that will then give me some decent buffs. 20%, 40%. I'm just having a look quickly. 40%. If I got him all the way to the 5 star, I get 60% range debuff, but it's 40% going to the 4 star, which is definitely something I want to watch and keep an eye on. And that is pretty much it. I think the scores are, I think we're going to struggle to pull those 4,000 back, especially with the attacks not really coming now. I mean, I'm 1.9 billion. That is the lowest I've been in the whole of the BoG. They haven't managed to hit me with a rally. It is only those couple of solos that I've taken. I think there was 4, something like that. Okay, so I'm going to put it on pause and wait till the end. I think this is pretty much where we're going to be at for the end of this. I will obviously update with the final scores. So as we get towards the end, I haven't received any more attacks. It's all stayed exactly the way it was before. In fact, the top guy, Sale, whatever the account is, actually skated me and then ported away. So they've definitely given up with that. They know that I'm not taking the rallies. Although I say that, I just sent a message to the top guy saying that they can send a rally at me if they want, because quite simply we're 7,000 points behind, and it'd just be interesting for science to know exactly what, how, where, why I can do on a rally. So hopefully with these 10 minutes that are still remaining, that he hopefully sees that message and then does decide to do that. But apart from that, the game itself is pretty much over. I'm finishing on my 1,600 points. We had some decent points from Young with 19,000, Freakachu, which is Jepson, got 10,000, and then we've got Lone Wolf on 4,900, decent score. Carlos for 4,700, Selegio for 6, and then obviously the lowest scores for us. Valerian actually joined late and unfortunately was not getting anyone to hit him, unfortunately. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm going to leave it there. Obviously, if the rally does come in, I will share that. So yeah, that's pretty much it for me. I'm going to leave it there. Those are the scores. I know there's still 8 minutes left, but it's not really going to change much from there. And yeah, some really interesting reports for me to be working on. Certainly take that into consideration. If you've seen anything in this particular video that you feel I can improve on, or if there's something you want to advise in me doing something different to what I have, then please do that, and I will see you in another video very soon. Thanks for watching.